Welcome to People You Should Know, brought to you by the Evanston Roundtable, the Evanston Chamber of Commerce, and Byline Bank. This is Josh Lesnik of Kemper Sports, and I'm Omar Brown. A little bit about myself. I'm an Evanston resident, grew up here. I would like to think of myself as very involved in the community. Currently on the YMCA board, former District 65 school board member. Last night coached my last fam basketball game. And I would say we're sitting here at Canal Shores. What's interesting to me about Canal Shores is growing up in Evanston, never visited Canal Shores, didn't play golf growing up, really had no knowledge that there was even a golf course in Evanston. 5 years ago, if you had asked me about Canal Shores, I would have told you this is where you park your cars when you go to Northwestern games. 2 years ago, though, had an interesting piece where my daughter Faith, she joined the Evanston golf team, and it really changed, I would say, my life, our lives, and really brought golf into our life. And so now I play with my daughter Faith, I play with my son OJ. We visit Canal Shores at least during the season, probably once or twice a week to get some golf in. And so today we're going to take a little bit of time to really sit down with Josh and find out more about him. So Josh, if you can tell us just a little bit about yourself. We know you're CEO of Kemper Sports. Tell us about the business of golf.
Sure. Thank you. Well, I work for Kemper Sports, as you said, and we manage 120 golf properties in about 24 states around the country, ranging from municipal golf courses, 9-hole municipal golf courses, to private clubs, resorts, destinations all over the country. I grew up in Winnetka. I still live in Winnetka now, so it took me about 9 minutes to get here today. It's a great location. And played here a little bit as a kid and grew up playing municipal golf. I grew up playing the Winnetka Par 3 and learned to play actually on the Vernon Hills Municipal 9-hole golf course because our company managed it. We started managing it when we were founded 40 years ago, and we still manage it today. It's a really special place.
So, true story, I'm playing at Vernon Hills today at 4:10.
Are you really?
Yes, I am. Trying to convince my son to go out there. It's going to be warm enough. He's a little shaky about it, but I will be at Vernon Hills today. So, Josh, can you tell us why Canal Shores? What makes this place special to the golf world?
Yeah. Before you get to that, I just want to say, so my dad and I both learned to play golf together at Vernon Hills.
Oh, wow.
I was 13. He was around 40. It's when he left Kemper Insurance to found Kemper Sports. He thought, I'm in the golf business, I better, learn how to play golf, and I'll take my son along. And that's where we kind of, I grew up playing with him. It's really cool that you're going to play with your son.
That's awesome.
I hope he does it.
Small world.
So about Canal Shores.
Yes.
I saw a group of volunteers trying to do something really special, not only in golf, but for a community.
Okay.
And Canal Shores, I see, is really important for golf. When you talk about Canal Shores, anywhere around the North Shore, a lot of people grew up playing here. It's introduced a lot of people to the game because it's affordable, it's accessible. You don't have to be embarrassed if you're not a great player. There's great players who play here too, but beginners, people who used to play and grab their clubs out of the garage and now they come play here. It's really important to the game of golf and the growth of the game of golf. And then about the community, this group of volunteers, what they're trying to do, obviously it has a great junior golf program right now, but trying to get the scholarship kids from Evanston to learn the game of golf and kind of the life lessons and values that come out of the game of golf. So for me, it was just a blend of like two of my passions. It made a lot of sense.
Love it. What is your favorite hole here?
My favorite hole?
Yes.
My favorite hole now is probably the 9th.
Oh, let me tell you, it's my favorite hole as well.
Okay, cool.
I'll let you tell your 9-hole story.
Well, it's just, I think the story about the hole that, from what I understood, I talked to some kids who grew up playing here.
Yes.
And if you hit the green, you got a free hot dog.
Oh, wow.
And we want to resurrect that. We want to resurrect for kids. I mean, it's things like that people, bring kids back to the game. Yeah. The fun things like that. So I'm looking forward to, bringing my daughter out here and having her win a free hot dog.
I love it. Yeah, I hope you bring it back because now I can hit the greens. I'll tell you, the ninth hole, why it's my favorite hole is because that's when I knew I became a better golfer. I would go to the ninth hole and donate, I'm saying six balls was my limit. After I hit 6 balls into the canal, then I would say we can move on, right? And so I would go 6 balls, 6 balls, 6 balls. If I find a ball, that would be when I would use it. And then now, last time I played here, I'm hitting it on the green. 1 shot on the green, getting my free hot dog. I'm coming to collect. So being able to see myself grow as a golfer, the ninth hole is really my hole to do it.
Yeah.
And now for my son, what's great is he used to donate balls as well. Last time we played, he got it over. So being able to do that, like there's a connection there to that ninth hole. So I love it.
Yeah,
love it.
that's it's an exciting time for beginners when they can hit a shot over a hazard like that, and it's just a heroic shot, and it feels really good, and it brings you back.
It definitely does. Definitely does. So what would you say are your hopes for Canal Shore?
My hopes are that it becomes a really special place in golf, kind of recognized all over the country. There's models out there for municipal courses that have become such an important part of their community.
Yep.
Goat Hill Park is one in Oceanside, California.
Okay.
That golf course was about to be plowed under. My good friend John Ashworth, laid down in front of the bulldozer, so to speak, and said, no, this is an important golf course. This is where kids learn to play. Let's make it a purpose-driven golf course.
Okay.
Teach kids the game. Winter Park 9 is another one that was kind of forgotten about, little municipal course. Some people put some love into it, and it became a really special place for beginners, good players, kids. So I really want to see Canal Shores take that next step in terms of what it can do in the community.
Okay.
Perhaps getting involved with, I'm on the board of First Tee Greater Chicago.
Okay. Okay.
And, just introducing them to this place and seeing what could they do to help out with the junior programs. I'm also on the board of the Western Golf Association.
Okay.
So I don't know if you've heard of their Evans Scholarship.
Yes, I have. Yes, I actually coached a kid that was Evans Scholarship.
Okay, so you know how special it is.
Absolutely.
It can be a life-changing thing. I think 30% of the population of Evanston is diverse. 15% live under the economic situation, and so we want to help those kids, introduce them to golf, introduce them to caddying, and hopefully teach them how to get the Evans Scholarship. I think this can be a really special place in that regard.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a question off topic,
Okay.
right? Well, it's March, so let's. I got to ask you a basketball question. Tournament's about to start. Who's your team, or who are you rooting for?
I went to Drake University in Des Moines, Iowa.
Okay.
And their program is turning around a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure they'll.
They're on the cusp.
They're on the cusp. I'm not sure. They usually have to win the Missouri Valley tournament to get in. They have a chance to do that. So obviously, if the Bulldogs make it, I got to root for the Bulldogs.
Does that mean you're also rooting for Iowa? I mean, Iowa has a great women's and men's team. So.
I love the Hawkeyes. I worked for WHO TV in Des Moines.
Okay.
In their sports department, so I used to cover Iowa games.
Okay.
Iowa State games. Yeah, big fan. But Illinois is good this year.
Illinois is really good.
So I tend to, I grew up, since I don't have a big school to root for, I tend to root for kind of our local and around here. My sister went to Michigan. So
okay.
Michigan
so you're
fan.
a Big Ten man. Just say you're rooting for the Big Ten.
Yeah, I love when the Big Ten does well.
Yes.
I really do. So,
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for investing in our community, and we look forward to seeing you and working with you, Josh. Thank you for everyone for watching. People you should know.